Hello and welcome to Fox Sports coverage of the Goodies Fast Relief 500 from Martinsville, Virginia. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
You know, Mike, we call this the paperclip. Those long straightaways, tight turns, really hard on brakes, and you're going to need some good brakes if you're going to win here today.
Concrete corners, asphalt straightaways, a real challenge.
It is. The transition from one to the other, you get a lot of wheel spin. That's what these guys will be working on.
Folks, let's get ready for some short track slam and bang at the friendly confines of NASCAR's shortest track.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR 15 season here at the Martinsville Speedway for the 6th race of this second season. Here's you get ready to get at it here in the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet, trying to get back-to-back wins and look for our 3rd win on the season as we are green and underway here in Martinsville. And we're going to go after it here alongside the 34 of David Reagan, battling for the 25th position, and into turn 1 and 2, already on the inside of Ivan Bonnie Larson. Contact, you already got cars slamming into each other. Huge send through 1 and 2. What a move. Just powered our way into 22nd, down to 3 and 4. Go underneath and McMurray, send him up the track. Go by him. Going to go by the 47 of AJ Allmendinger, really starting to get after it here early. Got some speed. We're the fastest lap of the race, going by Stewart. Look out on the side. Stenhouse up in the wall. He goes. Big wiggle, huge lift, almost wrecked, save it, and continue to battle for 16th here with, I believe, the 3 who turns us. Oh, we saved it. Austin Dillon, the 3, got into us, tried to wreck us. We hung on to it. We continue to battle for the 16th position now with 48 laps to go on to the 3rd lap of this race. Goes to the outside, we cover him off, continue on, he gets loose there into the side of Joey Logano. Now we work to get on the 2 of Brad Keselowski for 15th, send in there, can't quite get up to him. Carl Edwards is being used up and bullied up here, so we take advantage, go underneath him, get in the top 15. Now set underneath Keselowski, Clint Boyer, big send right there, the 15 to get up the race, so he's going to bounce off the wall. Here comes Edwards, go underneath us, Riddick Bull crossover, nearly 4 wide. What a move that was, as now we go out to the inside of Greg Biffle, who sides up the track, almost wrecks himself. He puts Keselowski while Edwards back around us. We power back around him on the outside lane, and Biffle's on our outside, really wrecked because of that. Here goes the 18 of Kyle Busch, into a bumper, into the wall. He will go. He will lose a bunch of track position behind us, as now we're really starting to move up into 11th. Now we get out to the 41 of Kurt Busch, 11 Denny Hamlin in the top 10 here for 9th. What a send, Denny into the wall. We get into him, he wiggles. Kurt Busch gets back around us, and now we're alongside Biffle for 11th. Starting to struggle, and now we get into him. He sends it to Kurt Busch, and the 41 is up the track, into the wall they go, and the caution is out. We're wrecking for the first time here in Martinsville. The caution flag will wave. We show a little bit of, Kent Vickers. If you remember at Daytona, they had a little bit of issues with them. But here we're having the corner, we just sent it way too deep going on. Clip the 41 coverage. He was a hard on the outside wall on the 11. We slide, we save it. And then in comes the rest of the field. Tony Stewart gets on top of the 41 of Kurt Busch. Tony Stewart goes crowd surfing. Oh my goodness. So we're staying on the racetrack. We are going to restart in the 10th position. Actually, now, sorry, 5th, 6th. So you start in 6th, and we're battling for 5th here of the 78 of Truex. And there's a caution already out. What happened this time? For some reason, the caution is already out. For some reason, it's for the 41 of Kurt Busch, who I don't see anything going wrong here. He used to cause the last caution. It's one of those weird, glitchy cautions for some reason. So that happened. So we stay out, and now we start in 4th. With 41 laps to go, we're in 4th right behind Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane. We're going to cross over the low side instantly, 3 wide for the race lead in turn 1 and 2. We're going to get in there, get into them both. They're all under the wall. We're all under the outside wall. We use up Casey Kane. Here comes Truex and Mears. We still power by to take the race lead here in Martinsville for the first time today, trying to lead a lap as we send it way too deep off of the 3 and 4. Truex goes by us. There's going to be some contact there. We'll prevail in 2nd. Joey Logano got into us a little bit. Now we try to go underneath Truex for the race lead turn 1 and 2. We do. We make some contact right there. He goes up the fence into the wall. Nearly saves it with 3 wide for the lead with Truex and Logano. Oh my goodness, this is getting crazy for the lead right now. Casey Mears getting into the picture as Truex once again goes high. We go underneath him. Big contact, sliding into him, fencing him in the wall. We do indeed lead that lap. And now here's the 13 of Mears. Big pressure. We throw a huge block, but we wiggle off into the corner as he made us change direction. And now Kevin Harvick is just going to drive through us and put us in the wall for no reason. What is up with Kevin Harvick? And now the beef has started. We're going after Kevin Harvick. He's on the payback list. He has just been put on that list. It's like number 2 on that list. We are going after him right now. Not happy the way he just drove through us, fenced us, dropped us back from the lead to 11th now. There's a fight and claw our way back up to fight Ryan Newman for 9th now because of Kevin Harvick's detrimental actions. And then we go by Todd Gillen and Newman, clear for 9th. And go back 66 to Michael Waltrip, getting to him, and we go up into the fence. That did not work well for us, as now we get a big one once again hitting the wall on the exit of 4 there. Got some damage on the right front fender. Now this is we really saw Michael Waltrip wiping out there, up in the air. He goes upside down, nearly destroying Michael Waltrip. Check him off the revenge list after what he did to us at Daytona, which cost us the win pretty much. And now we're going after Casey Kane and David Gilliland for 8th and 7th. Big wiggle off the side of 30. We both save it, fight our way into 8th place, but the whole pack behind us catches right up to us, and now we're applying pressure. Casey Mears is leading the race after all this chaos with myself, Harvick, and Michael Waltrip. Of course, Harvick putting himself on the revenge list, and we marking Michael Waltrip off as a check on that list. Casey Kane holds us off there as we try to send it, really struggling for grip right now. Battling Ricky Stenhouse for 8th place, going down the front straightaway here into turn 1 and 2, trying to get up on Ryan Blaney, last season's winner here at Martinsville. And then the 5 of Casey Kane, big wiggle slide job, we hang on to it. Clear Stenhouse, and now get after underneath Ryan Blaney, send him up the track. He wiggles up into Kane. We're into the wall, all 3 of us bouncing off the wall, and Stenhouse goes right on by, takes the position. Ty Dillon tries to take the spot, but we go right alongside him and try to really get physical to try to get up to the 7th, but it doesn't work. Big right to the corner, big contact. He squeezes us in the wall, nearly wrecks himself. I mean, what is this bozo doing? So we get the position into 7th. Now Cole Witt, who's actually been surprisingly consistent this season, is in 8th, trying to make a pass, as well as Brian Vickers and Josh Wise. So the chaos continues as we continue to race hard. 4 position way wide. Here comes Cole Witt going by on the inside. We try to fit on the outside. He squeezes us into the wall. I'm not too happy about that. So in the corner, we give him a little bump, put him right up into the fence. Very frustrating, as you can see that we knock him right off, bang, and then the wall battling Josh Wise, Bobby Labonte, Kyle Busch. Is crazy. We're getting turned in the 18 and Kyle Busch and sending away over the title, and we're in the wall hard, and the caution will fly because of that incident, which is shocking to me. I said that we bounced off the wall. I don't think it's reason for a caution. We all kept going. We kept fighting. I mean, they were dying behind us, but I think the caution, I don't know why it was for me. I don't think the caution should have been called for us there. I think that was a little bit unfair. So we come down pit road, get repairs, all the good stuff, fresh tires, slow down gas. We start back here in 41st. All the way back with Michael Waltrip and Kurt Busch. We got to fight our way through this field now with 30 laps to go. If we can do this, this will be one of the great comebacks that we have witnessed in recent. We're already into Michael Waltrip, putting him in the once again. Now battling Twisted Jet Burton as we now move into the 38th position underneath Greg Biffle, David Reagan going by them. Cole Witt as we continue to move our way through this back half of the field here. Really getting physical there, using up David Reagan. I mean, no love lost there between us, if you saw last episode. And now we're battling the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Put him up in the fence there, really use him up, stick Kenseth in the wall. More contact with the 20 of Matt Kenseth. The rivalry continues. We have the 21 of Ryan Blaney and the 2 of Brad Keselowski. But if there's Kenseth goes up in the wall, David Reagan underneath us. The fight for 32nd place continues. We clear him, go underneath Michael McDowell, Ryan Blaney. We force the issue on Blaney, make him go way wide up the racetrack as we get physical with him, and now move into the 30th position. Finally back into the top 30, going after Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Brad Keselowski. Our next 2 targets this time by will be 27 laps to go. Blaney goes right back by us. Biffle now he's associated with the fight between these 2, and we get into Keselowski up on the wall. He goes behind us. We continue on racing position up into the side of the 21. They're 3-4 wide in front. So we're going to send it a little deep here underneath Earnhardt. Danica into Ty Dillon, who's going to wipe out and around goes Ty Dillon, and the caution will come out for the 4th time here at Martinsville. Under unfortunate circumstances, see right there, we get into it, just get to the back of the 33, clip him, and he just loses it on his own and goes up the racetrack into the back half of the field that we were just fighting for position with. As that brings out the caution. And we'll stay on the racetrack, restarting 14th here with 25 laps to go, halfway point in the race. Getting after it alongside Kyle Larson on the outside of the 25 of Chase Elliott. Really trying to make it where we get into it. Some contact being made. And now we really got a big lift, and that's going to cost us here as on exit the corner, that we get a nice run off of the corner, but we're trapped on this high line. Don't know where to go into the Trevor Bayne. We get hit into the wall. He goes into the wall. We go. Big contact. More positions being lost. Eric Almirola is driving through us now. And now it's just having a tough day in the office here. 24 to go. Eric Almirola turns us sideways. We save it. as we battle and clinch the 18th position now as we go after Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and Colwitt. 3 wide send here. Larson right there in front of us in the 3 and 4. Contact, they whip, puts his guys on the wall. 4 wide into the wall. We all go. Big contact. Chase Elliott gets the worst out of that. We come out of that in 15th. Solid inside the top 15 with 23 laps to go. Going after Kyle Larson and Tony Stewart, the next 2 guys on the chopping block for trying to make a pass. As this continues to be an intense race underneath Kyle Larson now for 14th. Into him sideways. Big coming. He's in the wall. We get loose. We both hang on to it. And now we go underneath him and move into 14th here into turn 1 and 2 with the send in the corner. Force him up the racetrack. Here comes Brian Vickers, 55, getting into us a little bit. I'm not too happy about that. And there's Stewart in front of us. Danica, Greg Biffle. There's 3 wide up there as we move our way through the corner. Great exit. Maintain 14th. Trying to get back into contention right now. And a 3 wide with Stewart and Biffle. Big wiggle there. Stewart up the racetrack, as is Biffle. Contact being made into the side of Vickers. We slam him to show our frustration. That checks him off the list. And now here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth behind us up at this. Stewart. Oh, and Biffle. Contact made there. Biffle off the wall. More contact with Matt Kenseth as we continue to fight Tony Stewart viciously for 11th position right now. Intense battle. Ferocious fighting. Stewart into us. We go down the track. We nearly get into the 20 because we continue to fight Stewart and Kenseth for these positions, coming to 19 laps to go this time by. Stewart high, we clear Tony just barely. We clear Kenseth as well. 19 to go in the top 10 now in 10th place. Trying to charge forwards late in the goings here at Martinsville. Stewart clears us. We go down low, hit the 20. Matt Kenseth check him on the payback list. He wrecks out hard behind us, and then caution will come out as we knock Kenseth off the payback list. Get a check mark on him. Clean him right on out after the incidents at Daytona. Afterwards, got into Harvick a little bit, showing our frustration. And see right here, we got the 20, just hit him down the racetrack, spun him up into the outside wall. He went. No one else gets into him, luckily. And so just Matt Kenseth wipes out, and then caution out for the 5th time today in Martinsville. And we're going to get back at it here on the restart. As it's going to be with 17 laps to go to get back underway. We pitted, so we dropped down to 28th here alongside Dale Earnhardt Jr. 17 to go. Can we charge our way to the front of the field right now? We already go on the inside of Dale Jr. and Casey Mears there bouncing off the wall. It's a 2-for-1 special right there. Go by them underneath Edwards. Boy, they're 4 wide. We pull it 5 wide in front of us. What a send into Keselowski. Kyle Busch, we're all getting to Keselowski going around. He saves it. What a save by Keselowski. Immediately all wrecked right there. Now we're going to be 3 wide for a top 20 spot with Annette and Jr. who clips us up into Joey Logano, who goes way up the racetrack into the wall. And we now move into the 19th position as we're already charging through the mid-pack now and really making some gains here. J.J. Yaley, Regan Smith, Chase Elliott battling ferociously for position in front of us. We bounce off the wall right there, getting a little aggressive on exit. 15 laps to go. We go by the 25 of Elliott. Now go underneath Yaley. Put him in the wall. Check him off the list as well. I'll get Logano on the outside wall. Hard hit for Joey Logano and myself, and the caution will come out. So we check Yaley off the payback list, collecting him and Regan Smith right there. As we got into up there, we put them both on the wall, and then down we get Clifton Logano, who just turns right up in front of us and wrecks us hard in the outside wall for both of us, and then we're just all wrecking back here. And so once again, they're caution out, and we get back underway here on the restart with just 13 laps to go. Restart in the 8th position alongside the 25 of Chase Elliott. We now move into 7th. They're already getting to the wall in front of us, and we're going to have a great exit to the corner here on the inside of Elliott. Go right by him for 7th underneath Jeb Burton, Menard, Ty Dillon. We're going to send underneath Kyle Busch. Tony Stewart trying to go for 3rd, 2nd actually here in the 3 and 4. Big contact, huge wiggles, cars bouncing off the wall, including myself. The order being jumbled up. Absolutely intense racing here in Martinsville. And we move the 33 Ty Dillon up on the fence. We get physical with Kyle Busch, using him up, fighting hard for 2nd with him and Justin Allgaier. How about Allgaier having one of his best runs of his NASCAR Cup Series career? As the 18 crowd pushes are outside, we clear him for 2nd. Ryan Newman leads the way, though, with 11 laps to go here in Martinsville. We're going to chase after him. Now move on to 9 laps to go. We send it deep on him, way too deep. He goes into the wall. We go in the wall, and the caution will come out for the 7th time here in Martinsville with less than 10 laps to go. As you see right there, we sent it underneath Ryan Newman, clipped him. He goes hard in the outside wall and spins himself right down in the path of Justin Allgaier. And now pretty much end contention for Ryan Newman, who had done so well until, of course, we entered the picture. So now we're going to get back underway here with 7 laps to go. We have a horrendous restart. Big time spinning the tires. Kyle Busch goes right by us, so we send it really aggressively in the turn. We're trying to get into Kyle Busch. We do get into him. We spin him around, and the caution comes out. Boom, just like that once again. And under our 8th caution flag of the race that time. Just sent it in too deep, trying to be too desperate to stay within range of Kyle Busch. We wipe him out, and just everyone else gets involved behind. Justin Allgaier gets turned. His day is ruined. So we stay out, and he's back in the way. 5 laps to go for the 21 of Ryan Blaney. How did he get back up here? He's last season's winner. We send it into him, give him a bump, and he saves it. He keeps it going as we slide. Now a battle with Carl Edwards. Big wiggle in the 55 of Vickers as Blaney is now getting away with the race lead. Already 0.6 of a second ahead as Vickers forces me up high as we battle for second. And Ryan Blaney might have just stolen another one. This would be his back-to-backs 2 years in a row. 2 seasons in a row, winning here at Martinsville, stealing it from myself and Brian Vickers. That is crazy parallel. Side by side, Vickers into the wall he goes. We clear him for second. Here comes Carl Edwards to our inside. The battle continues, coming to 3 laps to go this time for Ryan Blaney, who's about to win as we try to fight for our life back here for second. 3 to go now at Martinsville. Ryan Blaney running the race of his season so far, looking to once again clinch a spot in the chase here with a win early in the season at Martinsville, just like last season. Now we send it here into 3 and 4, trying to gain anything we can, but we don't quite have the speed. Now here comes Vickers right by us on the inside. Now we're battling 2 laps to go here in Martinsville. I'm trying to get a caution. We're getting into each other. We're big contact, and we're going to go straight up into the wall. Vickers around us, and now the struggle is real. Coming to take the white flag this time for Blaney. We go underneath Brian Vickers for second. The battle continues as we go into 3 and 4. More contact being made. He goes up the racetrack. Into the wall we both go. We get physical with him. White flag in the air. Final laps are current one back. Ryan Blaney pretty much has this race win in the bag. And right now we're just trying to hang on for dear life to second place with the ferocious hungry pack behind us who is going to do anything to get around us. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Ryan Blaney is going to do it again. Blaney wins in Martinsville, and we hold on to finish in second. Wow. Ryan Blaney once again wins on a late restart in Martinsville. He can't keep getting away with this. As we finish second, and we continue with the top 10s, 5 top 10s in 6 races this season. The runner-up finished after leading 5 laps, having the fastest lap of the race. Ryan Blaney, your winner. Myself, your runner-up. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a nice podium finish in 3rd. Brian Vickers, of course, 4th. And Jamie McMurray runs out your top 5 finishers today. Kevin Harvick comes home in 6th. Carl Edwards in 7th. Trevor Bayne, 8th. Denny Hamlin, 9th. And David Reagan runs out your top 10 today in Martinsville. Then you got Truex finishing 13th. Tony Stewart down at 14th. Kyle Larson, 17th. Casey Kane, 18th. Biffle, 19th. Keselowski, 20th. Kurt Busch 21st, Kenseth 22nd. You got Kyle Busch down in 25th. Outside the top 25, Joey Logano. Outside the top 30, outside Ryan Newman. Outside the top 35, Jeff Gordon 39th. Terrible Fisher Brent Boyer 41st, and Regan Smith will finish last. As now we see the updated point standings in a second or two. As of course we are going to remain the points leader as per usual here with our 2 wins, 5 top 10s. Got your other winners, Denny Hamlin, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, and then Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, all looking pretty good in points in the top 10 area or so of the point standings. Look like they're on their way to making the playoffs. Then below them, Vickers, Casey Kane, Jeb Burton somehow is in the mix, Kyle Larson, Truex, David Reagan, AJ Allmendinger, Cole Witt. Cole Witt still hanging in there. Kurt Busch, Blaney, of course, has a win now. So now he is in the picture. You got Keselowski, Kyle Busch still struggling below the top 20 points. Newman, Joey Logano, Clint Boyer, Jeff Gordon. I mean, Jeff Gordon, if he's not in the top 30 in points, that win will not be valid. He won't make the chase. So he's in danger right now. And last in the points will continue to be Michael Waltrip. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.